quite sure how to follow this up because the answer to this is effectively yes.
That time I got reincarnated with 1/4 of a brain.
That time I got reincarnated as Atomic.
Xeno, it's our turn. You can't attack us.
If he's wearing a banana hammock anyway, he's pretty much rocking it out there already.
I mean, you're right, totally.
He's speaking the language of the gods. Power! 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 Hello again, ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between or neither. We're gathered here today as the strongest beings in our respective series to discuss one of the ultimate power imbalances in the multiverse, the power of Kohai versus Senpai. With Tobiah and Nick at my side, we outnumber Xenogelion 3-1. So that means we can play our questions in attack mode, and Xeno must defend for the round. At the end of the round, we will in fact end the episode so that nobody can see whether we won or lost until next time. Do you agree to these terms, Xeno?
I mean, I'm kind of disappointed you didn't say I have the power, but, you know, whatever.
I think I might get clipped for that. Still, here we are for our little discussion. And at level 1, this is my base form. The stronger I can get myself in this form, the greater the multipliers are as I use my transformations. Xeno, when you scale the powers of protagonists and villains in any given anime, which of the two main methods make more sense to you? A, assessing the described powers and the context of the characters and comparing whether those would have logical outcomes, or basing the power on the feats they've accomplished that would supposedly make them faster or stronger than the other characters. But be careful, because one method can make for reasoned debate, and the other method is for morons, and I'm not going to tell you which.
I'm not going to lie, at some point, I'm not entirely sure when, it just turned into white noise. Like, I have no idea what you asked. I think it was something along the lines of, how do you get stronger? The answer is, it's about intellect, how much money you have, Mr. Moneybags. It doesn't matter how smart you are, because you can inject smart into your brain. And with more smart comes more strong. And you can, you know, inject more strong into your body, making you big power level, big PP level, and thus better at universe than anyone else.
He's speaking the language of the gods.
Xeno, on a scale from Chi-Chi to Yukihara's cooking, how good was your Christmas dinner?
Who the fuck is Yukihara?
Are you fucking serious?
What?
Shokugeki no Soma?
What?
Food Wars.
What?
Xeno, you don't get out of these questions just by pretending you don't know the answers.
What? Well, I don't know, because, like, the thing was, I got 2. I was allowed to have 2. Because my brother effectively manipulated my mum and my dad to go visit them for Christmas, and I'm like, I'm not going. I don't care. I'm not going. So mum was like, you've got to have Christmas dinner on Christmas. So, like, I mean, you can just have a pot noodle. It's fine.
Not fine.
She made Christmas dinner for Christmas Eve and a secondary Christmas dinner for me on Christmas Day. So
I hope you bought your mom something nice, because that sounds very nice.
I'm not going to dignify that with a response.
So, Xeno's brother confirmed to have the higher power level.
Oh, fuck off, no.
See, there's only one answer to this, because if your mother ever listens to this, you know what she was going to want you to have said.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I know my mum doesn't know how to turn on a computer, so... It was as good as eating a strand of All Might's hair, but twice.
That would actually be disgusting.
I know.
He looks like he sweats a lot.
Just like me!
Okay, Xenophobion. Endeavor from Macadamia, Gendo Ikari from Evangelion, and Goku are all tasked with caring for their children, tending to their needs, and helping them grow as individuals.
Well,
who gives up first?
Okay. Genuine question. Does it count as giving up if they don't know what the thing is that they've got to do?
Well, speaking as a lawyer, indifference can be counted as a form of intent.
No, it's not a case
of ignorance.
Like,
you're talking about ignorance.
Yeah, ignorance. Like, what if you're too stupid to realize it is your duty to look after a child?
I would hold that the premise of the question is that they're tasked with doing it, so they have to be told that that's their job.
Doesn't mean they comprehend what words were said to them.
True. No, I'm going to give that a pass. I'm going to say that yes, ignorance would actually give you a pass.
So, to reiterate, out of Gendo Ikari, Endeavor, and Goku, which character would give up parenting their child the fastest?
Yes.
Jotaro Kujo.
Fair.
That is fair.
It's also very accurate. Also, he can stop time. So literally, like, he left 17 years ago, 5 seconds ago.
So, level 2, my first transformation. By the power of editing, I have ascended to the first level of Super Thaylien. Many people attempt to compare the scaled power of characters from 2 different series. There's even a whole YouTube channel devoted to doing that. So, if Hyodo Issei were to give a 100 times boost to both Rias Gremory of High School Double D and Lukoa of Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, who would have the most power in a swimsuit contest?
This is breaking my brain.
Xeno's thinking hard about
I
this.
am. There's whole levels of recursion here that are slowing down my my processing. The big O notation is not happy right now. Tobias is probably going to be the only one that gets that.
I am actually depressed by your attempt at using actual scientific.
Why? It was
language.
accurate. It was accurate.
The big O notation is sad.
Yeah.
Pathetic. Clearly, it's only long or short.
So, what's the answer, Xeno? Who would have the most power in a bikini contest?
I think it's got to be Rias Gremory because red hair. It's like, you're putting a challenge out for, like, here's red hair. Like, check out the red hair. Like, if it was a case of Rias Gremory or 2B, then that would be like, oh shit, which one would win? I don't know.
Just remember the context is a swimsuit competition.
I know, it doesn't matter. It's got to be Rias Gremory.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so if you were a body-stealing entity in any anime universe, why would you still never be Ginyu from the Ginyu Force? But you might choose Zamasu.
Zamasu. Which one's Zamasu?
Reach back in your memory. Remember that Trash Taste episode.
Wait, the only Trash Taste episode I know that they spoke about this was when they bought the figure and they were trying to argue whether or not Goku Black and Black
Exactly.
Goku... Okay, we're talking about that one. Right. So I don't know how Zamasu takes over people, though. Because obviously, Ginyu is stupid, what with his... It requires projectile flight time. And it's not even like a bullet, right?
Zamasu's is by the power of the Eternal Dragon, so, like, he has to gather all the Dragon Balls.
Oh, and then he just takes over that person.
Yeah.
Oh.
i.e. Goku. He moves his soul into Goku's body.
That's so rude. Yeah, well, I mean, that's infinitely better than fucking Ginyu's I Can Miss. Though I don't understand why, as a frog, he didn't just, beam himself out of the frog.
I think he couldn't hold his flippers up correctly.
That's dumb. That is... Hold on. So not only does it require the beam, it also requires the pose.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Now I should be able to understand what you're saying to me. Cool, huh? Say something silly. It's working now.
Yeah. Change now!
Hey! What's up?
What? Does that say change now?
Dumb power. Super dumb power. The ultimate body takeover ability is the one by... Oh, shit, I can't remember his name. He's one of the generals from the Demon Lord in Konosuba who, latches onto Darkness's face and takes over her body. Though he can't properly control it, it's still hilarious and thus the best.
一向に構わん。遠慮なく攻撃してくれ。さあ早く。これは絶好のシチュエーションだ。
やかましい！なんだとお前は！なんだこの
麗しい。
娘は。
I believe that counts as a forfeit.
What?
Yep.
Xeno, would you please reveal forfeit number 1?
Forfeit number 1.
Yeah, the Thalien's forfeit.
Well... Oop. Okay.
Xeno, Salted Caramelian. Who would be the worst anime character to have behind you in a trust fall exercise?
Ooh. Okay. I thought this was going to take some time, but I'm going to say Gluttony from Full Metal Alchemist. Because, okay, you got to catch me, right? Why is everything so dark? What's all this water at the bottom? Why did I fall into a puddle? Oh, shit.
That's a good assessment. I like that.
Yeah, no, I got no comment. That seems like the correct answer.
You don't want to get eaten.
I've got something very important to tell you. It's... Well, look, while I've got you, let me just remind you to make sure you hit the like button and turn on notifications because maybe YouTube will actually use those. Speaking of YouTube, with ad support being what it is, if you'd like to see the show improve even more, consider heading over to patreon.com/Xenogelion. And if you like listening to Xeno rant about anime, head over to youtube.com/compicast to find out what harem anime he's watching now. Oh yeah, I remember now. While you're watching, make sure you keep an eye out for the golden...
So, level 3. This is the next level of Super Thaylien. While it doesn't look all that different, I've refined the power to gain more control and cause less stress to my round and fuzzy body. As physical attributes are only one measure of strength in the anime universe, it falls to the power of the mind. If we were to use the sheer mental acuity of L from Death Note and pit him against the overwhelming genius of Inosuke from Demon Slayer, just how soon would L suffer a brain aneurysm?
Oh my god. I mean, I'm not quite sure how to follow this up because the answer to this is effectively yes. Right, so, I mean, in all honesty, I don't think that L would suffer the brain aneurysm that one would expect from having any form of dealings with Inosuke. Because even though Inosuke is dumb as a bag of bricks, he is also as simple as a bag of bricks. It is a bag containing bricks. What more is there to comprehend about it? Absolutely nothing. Bag of bricks. Done. The problem is when you actually introduce L to the main protagonist of, yes, Dazeth guessed it, the Eminence in Shadow. Because fuck me, that guy is so goddamn brain damaged, I actually think he's missing 3/4 of his brain. So, yes, L would certainly suffer an aneurysm from encountering, I don't know his name, I don't want to know his name, from Eminence in Shadow.
That time I got reincarnated with 1/4 of a brain.
That time I got reincarnated as Atomic.
Xeno, it's our turn. You can't attack us.
Well, no, you activated my trap card.
I think we'll move on.
Okay, Xeno. If you died and were reborn as an adventurer, would you choose pervy theft powers or the ability to use any object to kill the Demon King?
Well, I mean, are we talking about a girl Demon Lord or a boy Demon Lord?
Ooh, let's go with a girl Demon Lord.
Okay, so if it's a girl Demon Lord, there's a risk that it could backfire and all hell breaks loose to steal one's panties. The upshot of the boy Demon Lord wearing the panties is that he'd probably be too embarrassed that the information could become public, and thus...
If he's wearing a banana hammock anyway, he's pretty much rocking it out there already.
I mean, you're right, totally. Yeah, I'm going to take whatever random items I can get from, you know, let's just, I don't know, kill the Demon Lord with a whisk.
Xenogelion. In writing, a self-insert character is a character that is designed to be someone the reader could imagine themselves being. For that reason, self-insert characters typically don't have any real personalities or defining traits, because that could clash with how the reader defines themselves. Kirito from Sword Art Online, Subaru from ReZero, Ainz from Overlord, main character man from Monster Musume, no one knows what his name is, and Miss Kobayashi from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid are all forced to do a public presentation on the importance of recycling. Who can go the longest before the audience kill themselves out of boredom?
I mean... if it was me, I'd probably kill myself before I went in the room if Kirito's doing it.
Okay, so that's quick.
Yeah, that's really quick. Ainz, I'd probably start yelling, get to the point, before discovering yet again that it wasn't his plan to do the recycling, though alludes to doing the recycling. And then by that point in time, you'd probably find me hanging from the rafters. Guy from Monster Musume, that's difficult because like all I remember is his dumb face when he's getting choked. So I'm not quite sure if he would survive.
You can't say either way how it would work with him, because like he literally does not have a character.
No, but I think he would die before even giving the presentation, right? Or during the presentation, you know, the Lamia characters probably, like, well, all of them, to be fair, are probably gonna like, you know, choke him to death and like, okay, so, you know. But Kobayashi, I just feel like, I think Kobayashi I would survive because I think it would just get it done because they've got to go back to doing some programming.
There was also Subaru.
Oh, Subaru. Oh, fucking. Okay, are we talking season 1 Subaru or are we talking season 2 Subaru?
Does it change anything significantly?
Season 1 is a lot more whining, so thus I think suicide would be faster, whereas season 2 would be a lot more convoluted in what the fuck is going on thus a delayed suicide. However, I think the answer is that the most likely to survive is Kobayashi.
I respect that answer.
I'm also surprised you put Kobayashi in that list.
I mean, I googled it and like just self-insert characters in anime, and she was surprisingly consistently on those lists.
Oh no, I can appreciate that, but I just wouldn't say I wouldn't peg her for being boring and infuriating.
And this, level 4, with some further help from editing. The red color of my fuzz should show you that I have now gone beyond a super Thaylien and into the realms of a god. And while it is possible to go beyond this, only Patreons will be able to witness that. Xeno, we all know that the true strongest of 2023 has already been decided, since the raw presence that is 2B has joined the anime world. However, as with all the most powerful, why would she not beat Saitama?
Because glory to mankind. Yes!
Nailed it.
Glory to mankind.
Yeah, glory to mankind.
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 Glory to mankind. Glory to mankind.
So, if your drill could manage to pierce the heavens, would you fight V from Cyberpunk or A2 to the death? I.e., which would you expect to die easier, assuming no resurrection tech?
I mean, this is how it's translating in my head right now. God Weapon is basically Gaiva Gigantic God mode, which means I just step on them, or I could black hole them, or I could Giga Smash them. I mean, okay, let's face it, right? I'm not inclined to kill A2 for plot reasons, so it'd probably be V.
Makes
you
sense.
don't want someone to save Night City?
He says I wouldn't. Also, could you even save Night City? Is Night City even savable?
That's a good question.
My vote's for fire. Lots and lots of fire. That would save Night City.
Xeno, Sasuke Uchiha, and Light Yagami. Who would win in a contest of who could insert themselves the hardest up their own asses so they could smell their own farts?
Oh, wow, that just completely blindsided me. I kind of feel that Sasuke ends up becoming a redeemable character in Boruto. Banana.
Naruto the next generation.
Banana hammock. Whereas I don't think at any point in time Light Yagami is ever a redeemable character.
Actually, when he gave himself amnesia so that he
I don't
forgot
think he'll
that he was
ever could be a redeemable character.
No, but because the thing there was
Ever. Just to confirm, we were asking which one could shove their heads up their asses the fastest, yeah?
yeah, so they could smell their own farts.
Kirito.
That brings us to our turn to give on to Xeno. We're bringing our end step into play, and all of our best attacks have been spent. But before Xeno can respond, we are going to end our episode and wish everyone in the audience a wonderful rest of their day. We will see you all whenever we're invited back to this show.
Probably never.
You say we will stop the show, but what you don't realize is you have activated my trap card! And we will not end the show because I have the stop button!
Yeah, Nazith, thank you, please.